So somebody who's not on any of my teams is on my favorite team, the Red Sox. They threw a big contract at Masataka Yoshida. Looked the part in the WBC, right? I mean, he's got good approach. How much would the power translate? It's funny. He didn't hit much for maybe the first 20 games or so.
Yeah.
And there's a Boston sports writer named Dan Shaughnessy who has some good qualities, but he can be a little bit of a troll. He likes to kind of play around with the fan base. He basically built his house and sent his kids to college off the curse of the Bambino. And he wrote a scathing note in one of his weekend columns where he just does like a bucket of notes. And it's a breezy read. I always read it.
Mm-hmm.
He talked about Yoshida. How much money did they pay for this guy? And, Bloom made a huge mistake. And, just money thrown. This is the best you could do for this money you threw around. And since then, Yoshida's hit like Ted Williams. He's hit like 450, 600, 850 since then or something like that. Something crazy. And I thought the Red Sox were going to have maybe just an average lineup. I wasn't thrilled with the construction of it. I still don't know how deep it is 1-9, although one of my fab pickups this week was Connor Wong. I need to get Vasquez off my team. But the lineup right now looks like a top 5 lineup. Obviously, Fenway Park is always in play.
Yeah.
And Yoshida's a blast. I enjoy every one of his bats. He's one of those guys that when I know his bat's coming up, I will wait around for it because I really like his approach to the plate. I think and also guys like him can really fit Fenway Park. Look at what Fred Lynn did. Look at his home road splits. I don't know why he ever left Fenway, but I'm happy Yoshida's hitting for the Red Sox. I'm really happy the team's competitive and the lineup is really good. I don't know how they're doing it with the pitching staff because the pitching looks like it's held together by Scotch tape, but you don't have any Yoshidas. How do you feel when your team picks a winner, but you don't have them anywhere? It's kind of a mixed feeling.
Yeah, I think there was the unknown quantity factor. There was a big contract. There was some mixed reviews from analysts around the game about this contract. There was also, the questions a little bit about the power. Is he going to be more of an on-base guy? Was he going to hit leadoff? There were a lot of just things where kind of pointing in the direction of it makes sense to play it safer with veterans or maybe someone we've seen a little bit of in the majors. So I think I have Yoshida on one team, but not a lot of coverage for me there either. After the first couple of weeks where he made some adjustments, he's looked really good. The Red Sox have played great recently. The Yankees only one game over 500. They're in last place right now.
Yeah, we talked about this. This is the AL East we grew up with, where it's like it's big bad. Keep your pitchers away from these. There's no bad team here. Everybody, I know the Yankees right now. Their offense is down. Eventually, they'll get Judge back, and much like the Yankees, we talked about the Cardinals. Their devil magic eventually pays off. The Yankees are one of those teams. Even when they look down, something's going to happen. Some non-contender will package one of their great players for like 3 quasi-Yankee prospects, and then the Yankees will be back in the. They're the monster under the bed that even when you think you've killed the monster, it's still alive. It's still out to get you. So the AL East is not to be trifled with, man. They can really mess up your ERA.
Every team in the AL East has a winning record and a positive run differential. Yeah. So everyone in there is good. Not a huge surprise.
And while most of them have to play Tampa Bay, I think they've all played Tampa Bay at least once too. And we know they're the story of the year, right? Just talk about a team that everything they do seems. I mean, if Tampa Bay went to the blackjack table, they'd hit 18 and catch a 3. It seems like everything they do is right. Yeah. Of course, what did I do? I drafted Springs, and I broke him like 10 days later. That was really, really frustrating.
I did have Springs on multiple teams. He was one of the pitchers I was in on this year, so that is a little bit frustrating and kind of speaks to where I am in a lot of my leagues right now.